Being alive for 22 years and having the mental fortitude to not be crazy enough to actually watch Candace Owens has provided me to this point where basically now my family members are fans, okay? You see the merch being worn around the house and you got to protect the clan. And so that's why I'm going to go over some of the crazier clips I've seen of Candace Owens and we'll see with you.
I had a dream. I had a dream. I had a dream. And like I said, this one was clear. I had a dream that Charlie was betrayed. I had a dream, and I feel as strongly about the dream that I had that Charlie was betrayed by people closest to him. Never ignore your subconscious. That's why I say I pay attention to my dreams.
Have you ever had a dream?
Okay, so Martin Luther King Day's today, right? So Martin Luther Owens is claiming that because she has dreams, which, by the way, Indians on peyote would say, like, oh, God talked to me in my sleep. And you know what? Probably wasn't even true. And now she's saying that because she saw Charlie in her dream, which, by the way, what type of dream was it, right? And now, what? Well, that's evidence?
I told you he was, yeah, Charlie told me that he was betrayed. Charlie was sitting on the patio and he was eating hummus. He's like, this is the best hummus I've ever tasted
The fuck?
in my life. I had a dream. It was so clear. I promise you. You can actually fact check this with Village Crazy Lady, my girl Mel.
You had
Who?
Your dreams. People in Turning Point.
Yo,
had dreams.
yo.
Dreams can
Dude, she needs to get on the Buffalo Bills. What the hell is this, man? Fucking Brian Urlacher looking ass. Yo, I feel small. This is like Michelle Obama if she were cute.
point. Had
Damn.
dreams. Dreams can
Version 2.0 is looking pretty
give you
good.
some sort of intuition, and I certainly think that mine gave me a lot of intuition. Oh, the cool kids don't pay any mind when they have a very vivid dream. And Charlie in the dream says he was betrayed. Oh, the cool kid, that's it's not cool. I have been having a lot of dreams.
you want.
Candace Owens, and to try to paint her as a crazy person because she had a dream. And I'm sticking with the dream. I'm sticking with the dream. But many people
Jesus fucking Christ.
actually had dreams, and they email me them all the time. And I had another vivid dream. The dream was so vivid. It was like, if you've ever seen Harry Potter, they're just going on
I just want to know what kind of male, because I know women are, they're into crime fantasies and you don't want to know the erotica, right? But what man, straight guy, by the way, would actually watch this and believe it, bro? Like, you got to be idiotic. Like, I cannot even see a Nigerian, uneducated Eskimo care about this. What the fuck?
vibes in a dream on that Candace show. That's it. She had a dream, and now she's just blindly pointing the finger at everybody. Tell me, who betrayed you? It wasn't until the third week after his death that finally one face came through in this dream. It came through as clear as day.
Why didn't Charlie just tell you? If like,
Around the corner of the
Also, you know what? Actually, I have a retort for you. Just going into the retard realm like you're fighting Kruger in the dream world, right? Now, just okay, Candace, if you hear me. Donald Trump, if you can hear me. How about this? You astral project, so you have a vivid dream, and then you conduct an interview with Charlie, right? But then if you can control the dream, then how valid is the fucking dream? But in a way, you subconsciously control your dreams regardless. So then, it isn't really real life. It's not actually valid. So...
restaurant. And it was
You want him to do you so much you could do anything.
sorry, that was a dream that I had.
Okay. Jesus. Yo, did Charlie smash? Like, why does she care this much? Oh, wait, it's a grift. It's a grift. I just think this needs to culminate in what people would call a cat fight, because those are always the best. All right. Now we've got some clips. These are some of the good ones. Trust me.
From behind me, this is a recreation of the tent where Charlie Kirk lost his life at Utah University in September, and people are taking selfies with it.
Does she have a migraine?
I can't. I cannot. I am not capable of whatever that. When I saw this, I realized I do not know enough words. I
She has a stick up her ass.
had to consult a thesaurus, and I
Mustache.
still could not land upon
Yeah, you need a thesaurus, bitch.
the correct adjective to describe how I felt when I saw that.
Of course, you're a political commentator with millions of people watching every fucking show you do, but God forbid it's a logical deconstruction, not to harbinge, not to bring back Shapiro into your life, but it goes into immediately, they stick up my ass, the way I feel. Who fucking cares? This is why you're not in the government. This is why you're not the president. You never will be. And the closest thing to a person with that temperament in the office was fucking Obama, Barack Hussein, and he sucked. Jesus.
Tent, people taking selfies under a recreation. I don't know if it's actually the tent. It looks like it's pretty old. Or a tent that Charlie died under. That's what was happening at AmFest.
There's nothing wrong with that, by the way.
Horrified. I was aghast. I don't think I've ever described myself as aghast. I was aghast. It was ghastly to look at that.
You learned that word like yesterday. And I want to see a person like Milo Yiannopoulos who's actually good with his tongue. Pause! I'm not a black guy's ass, so no problems there. No allegations there. But again, somebody who's pretending to like Candace for clout, which is what Milo's doing. We're not surprised. She doesn't know what ghastly means, and she definitely didn't know what it meant last month, right? Come on. This is like Kanye level of fucking stupidity, and I love the guy.
That and to realize that they made a conscious decision to allow that to happen. To what end? The person who approved this tent was the amazing Elizabeth McCoy. Potentially more amazing than her husband, Michael McCoy. Elizabeth McCoy was the person who approved this tent, so there's no way that they can come out and pretend like Erica didn't know this was happening because she's very close with Elizabeth McCoy.
Who cares?
Okay, she's very close with her. So for everybody on the outside looking into this, AmFest is when we realize that
I think she's just jealous over Erica Kirk getting 2 doses of the Kirk batter that we know of. Pause.
something very
Mega pause.
disturbing is happening in America. I feel like AmFest is, or what it did for me was it
Why are you hating from outside the club? You can't even get in.
contributed to my realization that the future, the dark future that everyone's always predicting, like the AI future, it's here. We're actually here. I think that we are.
You could use an AI for your
machines.
scripts.
And you can
Jesus. Okay. Two more, and I'll
I should
let
tell
you go.
that if Charlie were alive today, they'd be calling him demonic. They'd be
The fuck?
calling him possessed. They'd be saying that he was crazy for not trusting the government because he was honest. He had an honest perspective about psychological operations. He noticed them. He knew the government was behind these psychological.
And he just never told anyone, really, and he's honest and he's biblical. And by the way, I do think he was largely honest. I think that he was a good Christian, and, you know, it was a tragedy that he died. But that said, you're saying that he was like red-pilled, omega red-pilled, and he was like past the Fuentes level. He's like, oh, I'm seeing shit. Oh my God, there's PsyOps, CIA, MK Ultra 2.0. And he just didn't tell anyone, but he's honest. But he told you. Did his wife know about it? Probably not, right? According to you. Were you the side piece?
Operations, just like the
Were you the side piece of fried chicken in his life?
one they have put in place since Charlie was assassinated. Here's what Charlie had to say back in October of 2024 regarding the CIA and MK Ultra. He is speaking with Justice Smith. Take a listen.
Who?
Do you think the MK Ultra
I know
project
this
ever
guy.
actually ended, or just went?
No,
under
we
a
have,
new
I
name?
mean, we have no evidence that it ended. And I mean, also we have Operation Mockingbird too, which was another CIA program, which was that they were going to take over all the news networks and have symmetry in their broadcast communications. No, the Central Intelligence Agency is actively involved in mind manipulation of people here domestically. And that is completely against the CIA charter. You must understand, we have Congress, and they're just kind of like a peanut gallery. And then we have a super government that exists above Congress of the Department of Defense.
Notice how much more logical whatever the hell Charlie's saying. I'm not following, but still. That's a lot more coherent than is what Candace has been spewing for the better part of what, like 3 months, 4 or 5 months. Okay, come on. What the hell? Disgusting. And you know, Candace is not that okay, she is that stupid, but come on. IQ over 80. Check in, please. Lock in.
which is the Pentagon, the Central Intelligence Agency, which is its own thing out in Langley, the Federal Bureau of Investigation. They run the country. The intel
Candace had no idea that was a thing, right? Where's the CIA on the map? Oh, everywhere. They're everywhere. Up my ass. It's like, no, Langley. Come on. We all know this.
agencies run the country.
I
The
agree.
people don't run the country. The executive branch doesn't run the country. This is why they hate Trump, because Trump was the first candidate since JFK.
She's anti-Trump, by the way.
Sovereign.
in many ways. I think I am just in many ways. I think it would just pain Charlie to see everything that's happened since he passed.
Yeah, what you've been doing,
I think it
bitch.
would just pain him to see what Trump has become. He's become a deep state.
What did Trump do that was out of line that Charlie wouldn't support? Charlie was behind, hesitantly so, but as we were all reasonable American patriots, about the strike concerning Iran, right? Operation Midnight Hammer, I believe it's called. Okay, so like, you know, this thing in Caracas was a big success. I think Charlie would be in line with the Trump camp, actually. And he'd be disgusted. Who the fuck are you to say you're not the widow? You're one of his like best friends from like 10 years ago. Okay, fine. But still.
Obviously, and never have I ever seen a more aggressive psychological operation or a more obvious operation for that matter.
If the feds are running an op to construct a narrative that's fake about Tyler Robinson being the killer of Charlie, which I believe to be the case more or less, to subvert the American public, then why aren't they just flagging down your channel? Not that I'm calling for that. I think she makes profit from me indirectly by, feeding me lolcow content, right? That's always the best. But I will tell you, again, it's so easy for YouTube, which is controlled by the deep state, you could argue, right? If you're in that camp. Okay, why don't they just take down your channel? They could shadow ban you, hide you off of Instagram. They ban Nick Fuentes on a lot of stuff. And guess what? They could do the same to you pretty damn easy, and they don't. Why? Because there's no conspiracy actually, which is probably the case, or they have a conspiracy and a cover up, but they know that you're such a bad shepherd of people, you're such an idiot that you actually make the conspiracy tards look really stupid. I don't know. Could be both.
Then everything that the intel agencies have been trying to impart upon the public since Charlie Kirk was assassinated. I should tell you that.
Nope.
All right, buckle up, boys and girls, because we are going.
We're used
Was that
to
it?
enemy.
Where should we begin? War everywhere. That's just what we're doing. War with Iran. It's now back on the table.
There was one
Daily
more, I
Wire,
think.
Uh,
Oh, yeah.
Unhinged. I don't even know what to say.
Okay, so she's threatened by the Daily Wire. Everybody's out to
what's
get her. I'm out to get her. Oh, I don't know. Am I? Nick's trying to fuck her. Okay, maybe he is. Hopefully, because otherwise he'd be gay. So anyway, so Candace Owens, she's had dreams before. I don't want to hear about them again. Okay, so like the video if you liked them. Like the video, obviously. Hit the subscribe button if you want more content like this. Comment down below your thoughts, and I'll reply to every single one if they're good. And I'll see you all on the next one. Adios.